So, welcome back to the Moderate Mikey. This is third video in my preseason videos, and I want to say I was wrong about something. In my video, I said that Fernando Mendoza's debut was not that great. I think Carson Beck had a better debut. I'm gonna just flat out say it. I think that Carson Beck's debut was great, but that's because Fernando Mendoza played about a quarter of the game. Carson Beck played a little more than that. He played about around half the game. So I think that Fernando Mendoza's debut for what he did was above average. I think it was above average. I think what I meant to say was I expected him to be this big star, but I need to realize he's just a rookie. He just got signed into the NFL. So some context is for this first drive, I believe. This is the first drive where he gets the touchdown. I think. No, it might not be, but this in for the first drive, he is playing against the Cardinals' first-string defense, which is one of the worst in the league, but it's better than the backups for a lot of teams because they're not going to play backups. They're not playing backups when the backups are literally the main guys aren't that great either. So I think Jacoby Brissett played a little bit, and I think that's why the Raiders have their first-string guys out there. But, we're going to watch this video, and we're going to just look at these Fernando Mendoza highlights from preseason week 1 against the Cardinals. And we're just going to watch it and explain why I was wrong, and why I thought what I thought. So let's start off with this first play.
Got an empty set here on second down and 8.
Good job throwing it away.
Does throw that away. It's over the head, Devin.
He knows when his offensive line is like not gonna lock in for him, and that's why he did what he did there.
Tompkins.
They did not guard him well at all. Look, we'll just replay it.
Set here on second down and 8.
Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, he saw that guy coming. He was like,
Devin Tompkins. They knew that was special, and they have said that has been the case as he faces his first third down here in the preseason. He fires. It's caught by Jack Bash right at the marker. His second grab.
Good pass. A lot of people are like, oh, that was such a good pass. I think it was not as good as people were saying it was, but it's still pretty good.
What I like about, we talk about trust in the feet.
Yep.
There are not a lot of wasted motions here. The ball just takes the two quick hitches from the gun, and he throws the ball, gets it out accurately to Besh on the boundary.
Not just Kirk Cousins. The rest of the starters on the sideline, too. Cardinals are still playing with their starting defense. Washington cannot hang on.
Yeah. So there's some debate over whether Mendoza threw way too hard or whether that those two secondaries just cooked the guy. I'm leaning the latter. I think the latter happened there. Not Mendoza's fault. That was a fine pass.
Big time hit made by the corner.
See the two safeties? That's a cover 2 look. He's got to know that corner's sitting right there.
Penalty against Charles Grant, the left tackle. It's a play fake on first down. Down the field. What a strike to Benson.
Yeah, that was the play that made me make this video. I was wrong. This guy is pretty good. He makes an even better one later that we'll see in a second.
Between 3 defenders.
Laser.
He's going to head right downhill. He's going to get right back here. And he's
Never understood what those arrows mean. It's literally just where they're going. I don't know what the X's and O's mean still.
Deliberate. It's a great job holding the linebacker. Look at him puncture that ball between the linebackers and safety. That's a great throw by the rookie.
Battling for the backup center spot behind Linderbaum. So first and 15, back shoulder throw, and it is broke. Center spot.
So this play was a little weird.
Behind Linderbaum. So first and 15, back shoulder throw.
I would have try to dump it off to one of these guys instead if I were him. Or maybe I would have just ran the ball, but I guess he didn't do that.
And it is broken up on the outside.
Malik Benson, watch the left hand of Burke. It's right there. And see how he pulls down? He restricts the wide receiver from making a play.
That was kind of a risky play. Good job for the Cardinals defense right there.
Cardinals. So instead it's second down and 15. Mendoza in the pocket again. He takes off with his legs. Mendoza takes a couple of hits, bounces off a couple of defenders.
He's 235 pounds, and when he pulls it down, he can pick up a few first downs.
And he did. That was pretty good. Or I don't know if that was a first down, but
Protect himself though.
7 touchdowns, none more famous than the one to beat Miami in the national championship game. Washington back in the game. Mendoza back to the air. Inside the 5. Benson has it. He's wrapped up by Melton. Question is, did he reach the marker?
Gave him an opportunity.
that was a good pass. Good pass.
Up and get the first.
Again, reinforcing the fact that this guy is not elite, but he knows what he's doing.
But getting goal back at the 12. Mendoza to throw again. Scanning the secondary. He's got Ian Thomas. Trying to spin out of a tackle. And the veteran tight end in his 9th year, also a Hoosier alum.
And he's working the entire
Wait,
field.
hold on. 3.
He's wrapped up.
Turn it up.
I missed something. Clearly missed
Veteran
something.
tight end in his 9th
Like a
year,
penalty or
also a
something.
Hoosier alum.
And he's working the entire field.
Ooh.
Put it in the end zone. Try and tie up this game. Mendoza, quick throw. Low. It's caught.
And he does. This is another thing that wanted me to make this video, inspired me to make it. That was a pretty good throw by Mendoza.
With his first Raider touchdown, and it goes to Jagbesh.
They're really nice. He gets it
Yeah, let's take a look here.
up and down really quick. And watch how low this ball is. He protects the receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Low
Threw that really fast.
and away. Really nice job with ball location. That's good advice.
Yeah.
Great advice.
And Max, for the audience just joining, he got a couple of series in the first half.
So this is another drive. This is what caused me to believe that Fernando Mendoza was not a good quarterback. That's why I said that it was disappointing. These next few drives here kind of made me have my original thing. I just think I was so blown away by Carson Beck's debut that Fernando Mendoza just didn't seem all that impressive to me. Well, Carson Beck also played for about double the time Mendoza did, if not a little less. But yeah. Well, maybe he didn't. I don't exactly know how long Carson Beck played, but he played more drives than Mendoza did.
Touchdown pass to Jagbesh.
There we go.
There he goes, Alberto
That's a good one.
I mean, you've seen him done so much.
It's not a good one. It's an okay one.
Things.
He can run pretty good.
Have you guys worked on a touchdown celebration when he throws one during the regular season?
We have not, but I need to start working on one with him.
Any thoughts?
Yes, that's a pretty good nickname. I like to call him Big Bro sometimes, or just fun nicknames like that. But the Mandalorian's funny because
Good job getting rid of it.
Yeah, bro, you're seeing your brother getting slimed. Not great. But yeah, Fernando Mendoza right there was just, he was under a lot of pressure. I mean, how are you under pressure from the Cardinals defense though? That O-line must be terrible for the Raiders.
Yeah, good job getting rid of that.
To not mature fast enough. Because you could be in a situation like we're seeing.
He just dumped it.
I mean, they drafted J.J. McCarthy, and now you've named.
That's a much different situation than
They were talking about how they replaced J.J. McCarthy. Oh God, J.J. McCarthy with Kyler Murray, even though J.J. McCarthy's only been their starter for like a year. It's because J.J. performed bad last year. Like even he did take his team 6-4, but just I wouldn't have replaced him with Kyler Murray. I would have maybe had them compete for the number 1 spot like they're doing with the Cleveland Browns. Anyway.
Cam Ward or some of these other quarterbacks that are being drafted early by teams that have really struggled.
Well, I don't know if the Cleveland Browns are doing that. Also, that pass was pretty good. I don't know if the Cleveland Browns are doing that, but what they are doing is, I don't know if they've declared Sanders the number one yet. I don't know.
That's a great throw. Went through his progressions and hit Brandon Johnson. He's got a little bit of time.
I like it. They call it the sprinkler, right? You see the sprinkler go choo, 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 and he's just going all the way. Go from progression 1, 2.
That was good.
Great point. He's working quickly through his progressions, which tells you a lot about how comfortable he is in this system already.
Just dumps it. He's dumping it to whoever's open, and that works. That works in games. So it's just when you're up against somebody who's not the Cardinals' second string defense, that's when you need to not do that.
And I think that's the competition. No one's talking about him. This is a little competition, and Dylan Lobby seems to be making his point.
He just keeps dumping it. Who would I pass it to?
And Dylan Lobby seems to be making his point.
Probably him.
Evan Tompkins, and he is drilled to the turf. Owen Papo.
But yeah. So that's my video on why I was wrong about Fernando Mendoza, and I think he is a lot better quarterback than I give him credit for. So yeah, that's it. See y'all in the next video, which I will be releasing either tomorrow morning or tomorrow early in the morning. So it'll be about the next 3 games: the Dolphins, the Raiders. I mean the Dolphins, Commanders, Broncos, Falcons, and Bucks, Jets. I think are those the games. My predictions for those are Jets, Falcons, and Commanders. I think those are who's going to win. Poor Dolphins. Anyway, that's all I got for today, and see you in the next video.